Is it over? Not quite yet. Oh,
No,
yeah.
we still got to do a little bit more.
So we, so I sat there and I looked at these, and I tried shaking the hell out of them, tried to reconstitute the sludge back into something permissible as beer.
No luck.
And it never happened. Never happened. And eventually I brought it to my parents, and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck to do with these. What do I do with them? Okay, I didn't say it exactly like that, because my parents would probably skin me alive if they knew I was a crass individual. Actually, no, they probably already know I'm a crass individual, so fuck it. So, yeah, so I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with these. And they're like, what the hell are those? So I had to tell them the whole story that John and Jeremy had gotten these bottles of bat brew. And that now it looked like water in a brown bottle with this creepy ass sludge at the bottom. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with them. And they said, just throw them away. I don't know if either of my brothers even ever cared.
Yeah.
I really don't, because I don't even think they remembered.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was totally a thing.
I think there's another story related to that, or similar to that, but I think I figured out what we're going to do for the last thing for the night. The Pickman Gallery.
Oh.
Where we found that crazy note that somebody, like, you know, I'm out there and coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, we'll get there. And actually, before we go too far into that, there is a... we didn't ever look at the stuff for the gunners who were doing the hallucinogen area.
Also, FYI, agility check worked.
Good job.
Yes. So I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the same story you're thinking of, so maybe you can... I'm hoping this isn't about my grandfather.
Might be kind of about your grandfather.
I don't know. I don't know if I ever told I don't know if I told everybody about my my grandfather's boozing or wine making ways.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. Some kind of gas in the lab. We broke in. It got out. Hit the vents. Went everywhere. Locke and Harold drew on me. Shot them dead, I think.
Hurts to think. Sealed the door. I can't get out. Wait long enough. Maybe I can just adjust. Have to be tough. Tough it out. Have to. Hurt so much. Can't hear them. Voices. They're coming. They're coming. Stop it.
And...
Well...
and the hallucinogen mission brief. Tech salvage. Make contact. Frontal assault. Secure pre-military war tech. Detail sketchy about the two things that weren't actually working weapons. And then rapid withdrawal. We'll see. We saw how that worked out for them.
You know, that was a better plan than most.
Yeah.
I mean... It is a better plan than most.
I'm thinking about the one with your grandfather when they or I don't know if it was your grandfather, but where they got to his beer stash.
My grandfather never had a beer stash.
Or somebody had
You're talking about my dad's father, right?
I think
the
so.
The whiner.
Well, the one where they had like a bunch of skunked out old beer.
It wasn't beer.
Oh.
Okay. So here's that story. So, my grandfather, at some point in time, and I don't know why, he built a little trellis in the backyard. I don't know why he did this, but he did. And he planted grapes.
As one does.
You know, as one does when you're looking to build a vintage. But literally, it was literally 12 feet of trellis. Okay? So, I mean, this is going to take a while, right? Because you're never going to get enough grapes to make a wine with a setup like this. Okay, so it's going to take some time. Well, my grandfather decided he was going to do that. And I can remember being a very young child who would sit there and look at this white painted trellis with all the grapes, and occasionally we would sneak out back and we would eat some of the grapes. Because, we was like that, yo.
Straight gangster.
Straight gangster. I made my grandmother cry because I plucked the wings off of her butterfly magnets that she got from her daughter. That is the type of woman I am.
Shocking.
Hashtag thug life, I guess.
What the?
I'll be honest, I don't know what I would hashtag that. So my grandfather, he managed to get a barrel full of grapes that he crushed and made into the preliminary of wine. Now, a couple things you have to, if you're not a winer, or somebody who makes wine.
What the hell was...
One of the things that you need to know is that there is like you have essentially like a barrel, and you store it on its side in an appropriately cool place, and you take in the wine you have a cork. So you put this cork in, and this cork is attached to a little this is an old-timey reader to sit there and essentially tell you when the yeast stops fermenting. So this is supposed to tell you when it's done. Thank you.
Gonna catch this Pickman psycho?
The slippery bastard got away before, but Slab won't leave a man breathing. Think you can hide?
I don't think I need to hide. Anyway, so you're shooting into a wall. Did they just blow the shit out of themselves?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So there's this it's essentially it's almost like a okay, I only vaguely recall what the item looks like because really I only saw it with a stopper in it. But before I saw it and really made note of it, it was almost like a sort of sand grain thing to essentially it was supposed to tell you when it was done. That's all I really remember about it. And so we sat there, and my grandfather went ahead and was making this wine. And my mother was shocked because it just kept fermenting. And I was like, I'm surprised. You would think that a cask of wine would stop fermenting after a certain point. This didn't. It just kept fermenting, and she couldn't figure out why. Well, then she caught my grandfather pulling the cork out, pulling the stopper out, and pouring in a 5-pound bag of sugar. Or was it a 10-pound bag of sugar?
It doesn't
I
matter.
guess it really doesn't matter because my mother looked at me and was like, my grandfather's name was Ray. Ray, how often have you been doing this? Oh, I don't know. It's been a while. She said, my mother put her foot down, and she was like, you can't, Granddad, you can't do this. You cannot make, you cannot add more sugar to the wine to make it more alcoholic, okay? Which is really funny because my grandfather, as long as I recall that grandfather, he never drank anything but Coors Light, which is really a tie-in to that last story.
Yeah.
Because Coors Light was the first alcohol I ever tasted, and it was terrible. Seriously, I can still physically remember the flavor and taste of Coors Light because it was the first alcohol I had as a 6-year-old.
And I'm sorry for that.
I'm sorry for that too, and that's probably part of the reason why I don't like beer. Which, if I ever become an alcoholic, that's why. I have a place I can place blame. Anyway, not that I am, but it's just, there it is. So yes, so my grandfather kept pouring in, and he had been for multiple years, pouring in a bag of sugar every time the thing told him it was finished brewing. So,
What the fuck was that?
I believe that this entire thing was started before my grandmother got cancer. Or before my grandmother died of cancer, because I don't remember him doing this after that. And I have always remembered vaguely that cask of wine in the back room. Well, yeah, so my grandfather sat there and he did this. My grandmother died in 1986. Okay? My grandfather died in like 95 or 96. Might have been 97. It was somewhere in that range. I remember it. I remember aspects of it, and I kind of shunted off other aspects of it. But after Grandpa died, we had this cask of wine, and my aunts got most of the what were considered household goods. But we were kind of left with this cask of wine that nobody wanted. And we said, well, fuck this. We're not going to sit there. We're not going to take this for the team. So we got a bunch of, like, pourable, containers that you could contain this in. And we divvied it up and delivered it to my aunts and uncles, which was kind of hilarious. And all I remember is that, what I remember about that was that we had this white screw top on this container, and there was just kind of like a foam.
Oh my.
There's
a bayonet missile launcher.
Oof. Ah, there it is. Oh, Cait. Cait, you are so goddamn lucky.
I think one of the raiders triggered that missile launcher trap, or the dog did.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for the dog. Yeah, so I sat there, so we sat there and we divvied it up and we brought it to my aunts and uncles. So everybody got a portion. And the night after my grandfather's funeral, my dad and a couple of my relatives by this point I had at least a couple siblings who were of age. They decided that they were going to try some of Grandpa's liquor. And at this point, it was no longer wine. I don't even know what the hell you want to call it. Because it had been brewing for like 11 years. And, like, Jesus Christ, shit. So they sat there and they tried it, and they were like, shit, this will put hair on your chest. And I was like, I don't want any of that. I was a teenager, and I was like, I don't want any of that shit. Don't get me wrong, love my grandfather, but he was not a winemaker. There were some serious flaws in his understanding of things and science.
Target bleeds for an additional 25 points of damage.
It's really too bad that you can't put that as a bayonet.
Yeah.
No. You can take it as a...
The art here is kind of Art Nouveau.
Unique. Demonic Nouveau.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was the case, and so they all took a shot. And what's really funny is that after that shot, that was terrible, that they all sat there and they were all like, okay?
Yes.
That was their reaction. After all of that, they capped the alcohol and put it up in a cabinet.
I don't know why.
Okay? Put it up in a cabinet. And like years later, my parents were like, okay, it's time to clean the kitchen, and I happened to be home for the summer from college and came back, and I was like, okay, what do you need me to do? And they're like, clean out this set of cabinets, and I was like, okay. It was still there!
Well, if you don't move frequently, you don't throw away some things.
I sat there and I actually sat there. I actually sat down. I was on a chair pulling shit out of this cabinet, and I see this, and I was like, "You gotta be shitting me." We still have this? This is like bad hooch. You got the hooch?
Baby.
I don't got the hooch. This is bad hooch. So we sat there. So I brought it to my parents and was like, "Hey, what do you want to do with this? Like, what do you want to do with it?" And they were like, "I don't know. What is it?" Well, god damn it! It might as well be fucking turpentine now.
It probably was.
It's over 15 years old.
Ancient booze.
He's, and so, to relate it to this, to Fallout, I sit here and I look at it and I'm like, when you find 200-year-old hooch outside of like the clear stuff,
Yeah.
I really question it. I wouldn't drink it.
Pile of bodies.
You can't hide forever, you sick bastard. Pickman! What the? Time to reel him in.
Go ahead, stick your head out. Oh, aren't you a clever one?
I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any different?
Load him, you boots.
Okay, that guy. Oof, that's some rads. Ah, that barrel right there is radioactive as shit. Somebody try to dig out through here.
Damn, I'm stumbling all over the place. I wish we could see where we're going.
Cait, I've got a light on.
Like that matters to Cait.
So I can't see where I'm going. Cait, I left the light on, literally, for you.
Yeah, but I can't see nothing. I'm kind of blind from this shit I've been taking.
Well, let's see. Let's take a leap of faith.
I'll be honest. The only thing,
Damn it!
am I still attached?
I don't know.
This long.
Oh, apparently I am.
Would ya? Gotcha, you bastard!
Okay, I am like lined up on him. But for whatever reason, the border of that pipe is showing him as...
Partially
Wiping
covered.
the floor with ya.
Thank you, Cait. Well done.
Keep your eyes open. I think this asshole's using a stealth.
It's pretty good when they actually think you're using a stealth boy when you're not.
Scared, huh? You should be.
That sound means they have got a turret set up in here.
No!
Hold on.
you even doing?
I apologize if I already told that story. Ugh. But, totally a thing.
Hey, share some of that while you're
Ah, shit.
What the fuck was that?
That was me running over a landmine. No biggie.
You know, last time you ran over a landmine, you didn't say no biggie.
Well, this time I'm considerably tougher.
I swear I must be going crazy.
I swear, yeah, you must be going crazy.
So the raiders have left like all kinds of landmines in here.
Cover me! I'll cover you!
Did you just call that guy Goose?
Goose, I will cover you.
Dude's got a revolver. I don't know why he thought this was a good plan.
There's somebody on. There you go. Survivalist.
As long as I can keep his head down.
You know, I have to say this other survivalist is like pretty tough because you sat there and shot him like 4 times and he didn't even like flinch.
True. Snub-nosed 44. Good weapon.
I think the kitties are trying to give me a hint. I think they're sitting here saying, I don't want what's in the current food bowl.
That would not surprise me with them.
I'm leaving it to you to feed them. Anyway.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there must be another mine around here somewhere.
Finally got you, Pickman. Thought you could hunt and torture our people to your heart's content? I'm gonna enjoy killing you.
Oh, well. I don't know who Slab here is, but
He seems like a real bad dude.
I can't see!
Who was saying he can't see?
How to show a girl a good time.
okay. Hey, Cait. Excuse me.
Solvent.
That could be useful, but hey, whatevs.
Now, why would you bother keeping a place like this so clean?
You.
That was close. Thank you. Those people deserved worse than death.
They were cold-blooded killers.
They got their pound of flesh. But I'll collect my own again soon. I owe you.
You don't owe me anything. I would have done it either way.
That's all the more reason to reward you. If you visit my
Because he's
house
not
again,
creepy at all.
look
His
deep
eyes are
into my
creepy.
painting, Picnic for Stanley, and you will find my gratitude. You'll need this.
Actually, not so much.
I could totally pick your house's lock. Unless you have an Assaultron or like.
Muzzle calibrated powerful sniper rifle. Not bad. Not as good as it's probably similar to ours, so no big deal. While we're at it,
Ooh, fusion cells, medics, and a
Various-
laser rifle. Ooh,
a teddy bear with a drink.
that wasn't a drink. That was just a glass.
I guess he finished it then.
It was never full.
So I think there's something else around here.
Mentats.
Yeah, but something a bit more significant.
Such as, what's in the middle of the room? Turn towards the back up.
Ah, there it is.
Yes.
And I still mean back up.
permanently easier lockpicking. Pistol?
I thought it was something else, but apparently not.
Ooh.
No.
Astoundingly awesome tails.
See, I wasn't wrong.
The Mad Russian's Revenge. Gain +5 poison resistance.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be a reference to. The Mad Russian's Revenge. I mean,
Me either.
on one hand, I do get it, but I don't know. Is that supposed to be like a Rasputin-esque
Could be.
caricature? I
I don't know.
don't know.
Ra Ra Rasputin?
Lover of the Russian Queen.
Which, if you haven't heard it, great song by Boney M.
Totally awesome song. If you have not heard it yourself.
Let's see what we can... I guess I'll have to go back and check that safe again. Just to get the quest reward. But hey, if they're going to sit there and give me a bunch of experience, why not?
You might as well. I didn't realize you had been in Pickman's house.
Really?
Apparently I had checked out at some point.
I never thought I'd be saying this, but I really need your help.
What's the matter, Cait?
Everything is the matter. We're friends now, which means I can trust you with anything. I'm also hoping it means you've got me back, because I need it now more than ever. I'm sick, and I don't think I can hide it from you anymore.
Is that
Okay,
tape on
calm
her-
down
her-
and take
her-
a deep breath.
Her
If you're
forearm?
sick, I want to help you.
Believe
By
me,
her elbow?
I want your help, but I'm scared. I'm scared that you'll hear the truth and that I'll lose you as a friend. God, I'm making a hell of a mess of this. I didn't think it would be so tough.
You'll never lose me as a friend. No matter what you say.
Damn you for being so nice to me. I started this, so I suppose I need to finish it. Ever since I left home, I've been using Psycho. I don't know why I'm still taking that crap, but I can't stop. And believe me, I've tried. I can't even go a day without it anymore, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. I've even been doing it behind your back. Sneaking doses when I think you aren't looking. Worst of all, it's been
Where the
making
hell
me
are you
sick.
finding this psycho that I'm not?
I know, I grab every bit of Psycho you can find.
Get shite out of me system before I wind up dead.
Tell me how we can clean you up.
Well, there might be a way, but it's not gonna be easy. There's supposed to be a vault somewhere out here. A place called Vault 95. I've heard that Vault Tech used it
Yeah,
for
how
some
does she know
kind of
this?
social experiment. Stuck a bunch of junkies inside to poke and prod. Well, they supposedly had some special method to clean up those blokes in there. Some kind of a machine or something. If we could get inside, maybe that machine could help me.
No problem.
Here's a question.
We'll get you there.
I can't believe
A
how
Dictol
kind you're
helps
being
you.
to me.
Why
I don't
doesn't a
wanna let you
Dictol help
down.
her?
Look, I don't want
True.
you to think I'm some kind of low-life junkie. A stupid girl who's harming herself. For no reason. From one friend
She's
to
looting
another.
them first.
She's.
All I'm asking is for your help.
We're only getting a
When you're ready,
fraction.
Take me out to
Damn
Vault
it,
95
Cait!
and help me put an end to me pain.
Okay, so that's Cait's friendship quest. You get one of these for a number of companions if you're actually...
Most companions have something like this.
Yeah, if you're in good enough terms with them.
But some of them, I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to preface it and do a little bit of foreshadowing. Okay, it's not really foreshadowing. I'm just going to tell it like it is. What your companion likes afterwards is not necessarily the same as what they liked before.
True.
Some of them it does. Doesn't change them at all. They're still the same that they ever were.
Peekaboo!
But, you know, it's
Show me what you've got.
it's kind of a case of some of them,
I think somebody just set off a Molotov
I
cocktail
think
in their
so.
house.
and somebody's got spray for a shotgun. Damn. Anyway, but yeah, so some of your companions become a little more stodgy, some become a little less.
Get him, Cait.
And others become, well, just kind of like,
I can do
I'm
this
still the same
all
as I ever
day.
was, so fuck it. You're cool.
Oh, you. Oh, you just shot a desk fan.
Yeah, son of a bitch. That was my desk fan. Wait a minute, is that desk fan still...
Yeah, more or less. But whatever.
God damn it, I want the screws. I'm gonna put the screws to somebody.
Ammo, caps, whatever you find, don't forget to share.
Cait, you live in my house.
You take what you want. Whatevs.
Why are you all about this 50-50 share thing? The shit that I carry with me is all I got because everything else is for the settlement.
Yeah, pretty much.
God damn it, you're the most philanthropic person in the Wastelands. Or Commonwealth or whatever. You know, I keep referring to this in Fallout New Vegas terms as the Wasteland, but they call it the Commonwealth, but
I dunno.
Okay, so this...
Kinda like these paintings. Feels good knowing someone out there is more miserable than me.
Oh, Cait, so good to know that you got a schadenfreude.
Yep. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. Pickman's thank you note.
This leads to two questions. Did he leave that here before?
Good question.
And two, if he didn't leave that here before, how did he hoof it back here before you?
No idea. That is his house.
Well, yeah, I know it's his house, but as far as we know, you're the only person in the Commonwealth who can fast travel.
True. But okay, so I'm probably going to call it here. We'll pick up again next week, probably next Wednesday, and we'll have to figure out where we go from here. Whether we go with curing Cait's addiction, or proceed with the main quest, or investigate that crazy ship off in the distance. I mean, there's all kinds of things to do.
There's always Piper's quest and Nick's quest, and
Yeah.
a bit more with Nick and
Yeah.
McCready. There's McCready's whole line, which is kind of interesting. I'll
Or-
be honest,
or the DLC.
I love McCready's perk.
Uh-huh.
Although after the fact, I don't know that the perk is worth everything, but it is still a nice perk.
Yeah. But all right, so that concludes our adventures for today, and we've gotten Cait a lot friendlier towards us and a couple significant conversations, so we'll pick up next time.
And we'll let you all choose who we're going to be traveling with.